Yes, my hair is done. I'm dressed for the season and presentable. I was on Instagram. One of the pages I follow, the woman was talking about how people have diagnosed themselves via TikTok. And they brought up how people pleasing could be a manipulative tactic. And I looked it up, and it can be. So when people be like, oh, I'm a people pleaser, be mindful, because it could go two ways. If you're pleasing people for them to have a perception of you, like of being kind or nice, it's manipulative. But you don't subconsciously know that you're doing that. Then you have people pleasing that are those that they don't like confrontation. They're they have fear of being rejected, so they'll do what someone says or a group of people just to avoid conflict. And then it had me thinking, I'm not a people pleaser because I don't look, it's either you adore me or you don't. There's no in between. But I will say that when it's come to men, because I would say like late teens, early 20s, I would use men for money. And I didn't sleep well at night doing that. So what I would do if I took a interest in a man, I would cook for him, buy him things, court him so that he can like me. And I'm like, oh. And thinking back now, I shouldn't have done that, because my thing is you shouldn't have to buy. You can't cook and do things, although some women say that you shouldn't cook for a man unless he claims you. But look, if somebody's hungry, I'm gonna do so. But usually in my nature, if you tell me that you're struggling or you need help, I'm gonna help you. Just don't take advantage, because I'm gonna say no. That's why I said I'm not a people pleaser, but I will say that I've used some tactics to get a man to like me while courting him. And I see that's wrong. And not only that, we have to be mindful of women that are providing for men, because times have changed. And for some odd reason, women are men now, and the men are acting like women. So now we're paying for dates. We're getting on one foot and proposing to men. We shouldn't be doing that. So I was one of those that would provide, because I got tired of that narrative that women are gold diggers, we use men. So I was like, well, let me change that narrative. It didn't work out my favor, because what happens is that man that's not interested in you, what he gonna do? He's gonna use you, and then after his life gets in order, then he's gonna leave you for who he prefers to be with, and then you're left heartbroken, and then you're left used. So I haven't had any situations like that with men. So because usually I peep it, especially when I start asking you, what are we? Because it could go two ways. Let me tell you something. I don't mind having new friends. Here's the thing with friendship. There's a song by Houdini, and it asks, friends, how many of us have them? Ones we can depend on. Keyword depend. So if I can't depend on you, meaning, for example, I may need you to listen to me vent. Because if anything, I can take care of myself. Occasionally, I may need a sitter for the children, but usually I would say vent. I call, phone is going to straight voicemail. Here's another thing. There have been people that are judgmental based on what I wear, how my hair is. And I don't judge people on their appearance, but people fail to judge me. That's why I don't want new friends. The few friends that I have, I'm content with that, because we have an understanding that you can't say certain stuff to me. You can't judge me. Now, if I'm doing something wrong, of course I want you to correct me. But when you correct me is how you say it. Because again, I understand that we live in a world where people are harsh. But I told somebody yesterday, the only person that should be speaking to me harshly is my boss. Why? Because my boss signs, well, uh, well, in my case, my manager interviewed me and I got the job through her. So that's the only one that should be harsh to me because one, FedEx is a type of job where, hey, we have to deliver and get work done within a certain time frame. Two, my paycheck is on the line. So of course you could speak harsh to me. Just don't be disrespectful. But anybody else, I'm not taking that from because again, we're all adults. I'm not a child. So we're not going to say you need to do this. You're asking me or you telling me? So that's my issue. So not everybody could be a friend because people think it's okay to say certain stuff and just because we're friends, you let that slide. And then when you bring up your concerns, they want to close you out. So that's why I'm not keen on making new friends because again, people have their own hidden agendas and they have their personality traits. And again, I accept people for who they are. As long as you're not committing a crime against people that are innocent and whatnot, I don't care what you do. As long as you don't disrespect me or put me and my children in harm's way, we can be friends. Simple, right? Other people want to be trying to take advantage, want to be doing some backhand stuff. And it's like, yeah, you can't be my friend. So then there is associates, meaning I can help you with resources, but don't expect me to go above and beyond for you. So for example, I don't expect to be on the phone with you for 2 hours. No. I don't expect for us to be going out to have drinks and to hang out. No. I don't expect for you to ask me for money. No. Now, borrow, yeah. Ask, no. Because guess what? If you borrow, you're going to have to sign something or agree to a text message because I want my money back. Whereas friends now, I'll give, but only a certain amount. So that's with associates. There's the boundaries are very tight with that one because yeah. But it can develop into a friendship. But unfortunately, as I see with between last year and this year, people that I consider associates have not made it to the friendship. So yeah, and that's okay. And then there are a significant other. I'm no longer in my 20s. I'm not going to say my age. I want a relationship. A healthy one. I know what I bring to the table. I cook. I have a job. I could provide emotional support. I could go 50-50 on bills. There's no man living with me, but if it were to get there, I can provide 50-50. If he's saying, and when I say this, meaning he would have told me that I'm his partner. I'm not doing this, and I don't know the status of our relationship. I can help you in your time of need. But here's the thing. There are people that don't want to have a title on anything, but expect you to do things for them. That don't work for me. I cannot loan you money. Now, I can help, but that help is going to be limited. And I don't expect for you to come back because, again, I feel like certain stuff are for people that are certain stuff that you do should be for people that you hold dear in a certain category. So if we're associates, every time you're in a crisis, you shouldn't be relying on me because we're an associates. I don't understand how people can sleep well at night knowing that they're going around just taking advantage of folks, or some of these men go around thinking it's okay to live with a woman and not contribute to bills. Like, she has to plan dates. She has to take the initiative in the relationship. Like, she is the driver in the relationship, and the guy's like, okay, he's just laid back. I don't understand it, because I don't like my stepfather, but I will say he led that household. My mom had to do, listen, he made the final decision, and that was that. Now, there are certain stuff they compromise on, but other than that, whatever he said goes. So when I'm interacting with men and some women, and I see that the man is like, oh, everybody's different, you shouldn't look at that, that's not an issue for you, that you can't lead, a woman has to tell you what to do. Like, because I'm not masculine and I don't want to be masculine. I don't. But me being a single mom, of course, I could be looked at as inferior because I am taking care of the bills by myself. I get child support, so I'm not doing things by, well, from one father. The rest, they don't do what they're supposed to. So I am taking on more tasks than most. But it would be nice to have help. But I don't want to take care of an adult. I have children to take care of. So I'm not understand why, if we're not an option and we're least likely to be picked by men to date because we have children, why do people think it's okay to use us? Like, oh yeah, she got food stamps, so I'm gonna use her. Oh yeah, she got Section 8 housing. I don't have Section 8 housing for the record. So I'm gonna just live up under her, because her rent is not about no more than $110. So I don't have to pay. She got it. The government got her. Like, because if that's the case, you need to go find somebody that don't have any children and go live up under them, and you all build together. But I say that to say that I'm coming clean, that I do have some traits where I've done things for people to like me or persuade them, like men, to view me as a potential mate. But now I'm not doing that. I'm going to be my authentic self. Because I'm a firm believer, there's a billion people on this earth. There's somebody out there for you. Now, you may be single for a while, you may never get married, but there's somebody for you. And if you don't find a mate, you can find some friends where you all compliment each other, but never give up your morals, compromise. Don't do that. If you do something for somebody, it should be because you care for them and you have no thoughts of maybe they'll do something in return for you. It'd be nice. And when you're in a relationship, like friends, partner, marriage, it should be reciprocated. So for all you all know, it should be. And a married man told me that. Because when I told him that I've done things for men, he asked me, well, what do they do for you? I didn't have an answer because they have not done any. I don't know one man that has done something for me. Actually, I do. As when I came to New York and I was homeless, he had me stay in his place, sleep on his bed. He didn't try to have sex with me. He's the only man I would remember that helped me and my son when we came to New York. Unfortunately, I saw him one more time after that. I haven't seen him. That was a blessing. And he didn't want anything in return. So there are people out there. And then you have those that they just take, and they're not givers. Or they'll give, but it's on their term. Or they give based on how you look. I don't have time to go into that because that just irks my spirit. But they're out there. But yeah, be who you are. Don't send no representatives. Because that scared me, because I had to sit back and think like, ooh. got to reevaluate myself. But now I know, no, I don't have to go on my way to show that I'm fun to be around, boring, intelligent. Somebody will love me for me, and I don't have to go out of my way to prove that. Thank you for listening.